July 6, 1988. A quiet evening in the North Sea, roughly 120 miles northeast of Aberdeen, Scotland. A massive offshore oil platform stood tall, producing over 300,000 barrels of oil per day. Its name, Piper Alpha. At exactly 9:55 p.m., everything changed. A single explosion tore through the platform, followed by fireballs so intense they could be seen miles away. Within minutes, communication was lost. Within hours, the platform was gone. 167 men never made it home. This was not just an accident. It was a catastrophic failure of safety systems, communication, and management. A disaster that reshaped the entire oil and gas industry forever. Tonight, we break down what really happened on Piper Alpha. The chain of decisions that led to disaster, the safety failures that cost lives, and the critical lessons every workplace must never ignore. Because this was more than a tragedy, it was a warning, and the question is, could this happen again? To understand what went wrong, we first need to understand what Piper Alpha was. Installed in 1976 in the North Sea, Piper Alpha was originally designed as an oil production platform. It was operated by Occidental Petroleum, one of the major players in offshore oil extraction at the time. At its peak, Piper Alpha was responsible for nearly 10% of the United Kingdom's oil production. This was not just a platform. It was a critical national asset. The platform itself was a complex structure, divided into multiple modules: drilling operations, oil processing, gas compression, accommodation for workers. Over 200 men could be on board at any given time, working 12-hour shifts in a high-risk, high-pressure environment. But here's where the problem began. Originally built to handle oil, Piper Alpha was later modified to also process natural gas. This significantly increased the risk profile. Gas is far more volatile than oil, and unlike oil, gas leaks can form invisible, explosive clouds in seconds. These modifications were made over time, but the platform's layout was never fully redesigned to safely handle both oil and gas operations together. Critical systems were placed dangerously close to each other. For example, the gas compression module was located near the control room. Firewalls that were designed to resist oil fires were not strong enough for gas explosions. In simple terms, the platform evolved, but its safety systems did not keep up. Day-to-day operations relied heavily on permit-to-work systems, shift handovers, maintenance coordination. These systems were supposed to ensure that equipment under maintenance was clearly identified. Critical components were not operated when unsafe. Communication between shifts was precise and complete. But by 1988, these systems had begun to fail. Not suddenly, but gradually. Small lapses, minor miscommunications, procedural shortcuts, all building up beneath the surface. On the evening of July 6, several maintenance activities were ongoing. One of them involved a pressure safety valve, a critical component designed to prevent overpressure in the gas system. It had been removed for maintenance. And what happened next would set the stage for one of the deadliest disasters in offshore history. Because on Piper Alpha, it wasn't just one failure. It was a chain reaction. Narrator, low, gripping tone, a platform pushed beyond its original design. Operating under increasing complexity, with safety systems slowly eroding, waiting for a single spark. At approximately 9:45 p.m., the standby condensate injection pump was brought back online. A routine decision made under pressure. But inside the system, conditions were anything but normal. Earlier that day, the pressure safety valve had been removed. In its place, a temporary blind flange had been fitted. This was never designed to withstand full operational pressure. It was a temporary barrier, nothing more. As the pump restarted, condensate, highly volatile hydrocarbons, began flowing through the system. Pressure started to rise rapidly. With no safety valve to relieve it, the system moved toward failure. Within minutes, the blind flange began to give way. Bolts strained, gaskets weakened. Until finally, it failed. A high-pressure gas leak erupted into the module which expanded rapidly. This was deadly. Subscribe for more safety tips.